For me, October's always had this really distinctive smell attached to it. I know that sounds really weird, and I forget about it every year, and then come October I'm like, oh yeah, there it is. I'm sure there's some kind of biological reason behind it, like maybe it's just the smell of rotting leaves or something, but it always makes me think of Halloween and bonfire night, and ultimately it kind of gets me excited for Christmas already. What's the best thing about living with me, Ellie? Oh, I've caught you here, spontaneously. What's the second best thing about living with me?
Mario Kart. Yeah.
Hey Ellie. Hey Ellie.
Yeah.
What's the third thing about best living with me?
You're tiny. That was sarcastic.
I feel like what with it being October I should commit to just doing the entire vlog like this. No. Ambiance. Right, October. Let's do this. We're in the last quarter now, nearly done with 2014. So having done a lot in the last month, filmmaking wise, in October I decided to take a bit of a step back and prepare myself mentally for university. And very quickly I found that that was a good call, because although UCL is very fun and rewarding, it's also pretty hardcore. Definitely enjoying myself, definitely having a great time, but yeah. The people on my course are lovely, the campus is really pretty. I mean, it nearly burnt down on my second day there, but you know, other than that, pretty swell. I'm also loving just how much time I get to spend in a cinema. See, up until this point, I'd only ever had a very practical experience of film, so I'm enjoying being able to discuss it in a more academic context. In contrast, theatre is a subject that I experienced a bit too much in a classroom and through assessments, and it had almost lost its spark for me. So in taking a break from studying it academically, I've really managed to rekindle my love for it purely as an audience member. As a result, I've been watching quite a lot of theatre this month. I watched Next Fall, featuring Project Library's own Mitchell Mullin, which I really enjoyed, very dialogue and character-driven stage play.
What is wrong with you?
Lucy took me along to a one-hander called Then, which I found very interesting. I think the concept really has potential and could go somewhere. And then I saw The Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime, which was honestly one of the best pieces of theatre I've ever seen in my life. The pure technology behind it created this massive sense of spectacle and awe, but it was always in service to the narrative. In my opinion, that's multimedia done right. I'm not being paid to tell you this, it was genuinely brilliant and I highly recommend you go and see it. Anywho, once I had found my feet at UCL, I got back into the filmmaking swing with Jack and Dean's Ghosts Aren't Red. Having a mad Halloween party. Oh, it's a shoot. It's just a shoot. It's not as good as it. I'm growing accustomed to it. We've decided to come as cultural appropriation.
Yeah.
It's in this year.
Take that.
Next I gave Tom a hand with the Confessions 2 and was also in his sketch called Epic Girlfriend Prank. Exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. What am I doing? So we're just in the bathroom, just a regular bathroom.
Toilet right there.
Toilet. And then the power to the entire city of London, just like tucked in. Just right at the back there.
Oh, well, see, there's your problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
It's that your toilet leads to an... That's the problem. Jesus.
Plaid cop.
Ugh.
Plaid cop.
Ugh.
Plaid cop.
Scotland.
More cream. What's going on your face, Alice? How do you feel?
So excited.
Fun fact, we only had one take at the pie smash, and in the end Tom did it so hard that he kind of gave Alice a nosebleed, which caused her to just be this mess of creamy blood. Then once that was done, we finished the final shots on Otter and it was straight into editing. So now the edit begins. I've got myself this desk to make sure that I don't get distracted, you know, stay grounded. I don't know what could distract me now. Turns out that the week I decided to edit Otter was also the week that Tim's neighbours decided to refurbish their kitchen, because, you know, that's great. That's great. Don't worry about it. It's fine. It's fine. From there, the next 2 weeks of my life pretty much consisted of getting up, going to uni, getting home, editing until the early hours of the morning, crashing, then rinsing and repeating. First order of business, I'm wearing Tim's dressing gown. This is weird now. Living in his room, living with his sister, having dinner with his parents. I'm just slowly becoming Tim. This is weird. Second order of business, I'm taking on a lot. It's good, and it's exciting and fun. I've realised I don't have weekends. That's not a thing that happens to me anymore. In the week I'm at uni, and on the weekends I'm doing YouTube work and doing shoots and editing. It's good. I feel like this is a good choice for your 20s, kind of going in hard and not getting lazy. And I think if 16-year-old me knew that this is what I'd be doing at 21, I'd be pretty excited. And I'd like to think that maybe 30-year-old Sammy would look back at 21-year-old Sammy and think, oh man, like, I worked hard. Like, I'd like to think that if I have any success whatsoever in any realm, that I will remember that a good part of that was due to a lot of the work that I put in my late teens and my early 20s, and hopefully through to many years. So it's good. It's good. It's exhausting, but it's good. Then, after those god-awful 2 weeks, it was off to post-production. So normally, when it comes to post-production, when it comes to finishing editing, you send it off to everyone, and that's kind of the end of the process. You send it to your VFX guy, you send it to your sound editor, to your musician, to your colour grader. Only a combination of things. Number one, Tim's internet is really slow, and that is painful to have to send such big files. Number two, I'm a perfectionist, and I like to make sure things are done good. So I'm literally physically carrying around a hard drive and going to each of their houses to get post-production finished. Brilliant. So we're about 2/3 of the way through October. The edit on Otter is pretty much there, post-production is gone quite smoothly, and we're coming up to the last weeks of renting out Tim's room. Now Elliot and I went and had a final look around the property that we plan on moving into, and everything seems to be going smoothly on that front. Paperwork has been signed, and I'm quite excited to move in. I feel like up until this point it's been almost like a taster, like I'm dipping my toe in the shallow end of living in London. Now I'm going to be in my actual own place with my own housemate and stuff, and I'm quite excited for it. I feel like this is a really big, significant chapter in my life. So now it's just a matter of wrapping up the last of the loose ends. And, well, you know what they say, it wouldn't be November without MCM. No, I'm pretty sure they say that. I mean, MCM's good and everything, but I'm not sure the Pikachus are big enough. I just don't know whether, that just constitutes as a big enough Pikachu. It's bloody massive! Right, bang. That's good, Jet. Bang. You're a letdown. I got classic. Everyone's disappointed, Jet. Everyone's disappointed. Oh, and I met Ninja Brian from Ninja Sex Party. So, yeah, it's not that much of a big deal. Not that cool. Not that off the chain hook mad boss awesome. It's fine. So, MCM has finished. It was amazing and good fun, really enjoyed it, and I'm now coming up to my last week of living at Tim's house. Elliot and I are planning to move into a place together. We've gone and visited it, we've done all of the logistics, there's just a tiny bit of paperwork left, so I'm hoping that that gets finished before I have to move out of Tim's. Yeah, that was never going to happen. The problem was we were waiting for someone to sign some papers but had absolutely no gauge as to how long that was going to take. So I spent my last week at Tim's prepping for November. I packed up the last of my stuff, I bought myself an identical dressing gown, I put in the request to surf on a lot of friends' sofas, and I got invited along to the Apprentice after show You're Fired, hosted by Dara O'Brien. That one's not anything to do with packing up and leaving, it was just pretty cool. I wasn't really meant to film anything, but I managed to sneak this bit of footage. So yeah. I'm really sorry, BBC, if ever you want to hire me for a writing job, my email address is in my main channel description. And then it was time for an actual Halloween party, as opposed to one of those fake ones that's only there for sketch purposes. Stupid Jack and Dean. Jack and Dean? More like Jack and... You heard. This Halloween I was a little low on costume ideas until I remembered that I had a hazmat suit left over from PJ's shoot. So I've come as a guy in a hazmat suit. Creativity. So after that, after that, oh, that's the end. Oh, of course, because October 31st, Halloween, yeah, that's where it ends, I guess. So, yeah. I don't know, it feels weird to just end it like that, you know? You know, it's like, what is this? An episode of The Sopranos?